What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How's it going? And you know what? Yes, I am back with another unboxing of a new deck for you because I am building my collection, obviously. Well, yeah, obviously. So I'm building my collection, obviously, for good reasons too. And so, just the other day, you saw me unbox the Naked Heart Tarot by Jillian C. Wilde, and just before that, you saw me go over the unboxing of the divination cloth that I got, which is now called Labyrinth. And then you saw me go over the other deck before that, which was Om, or Amo, which is the Antiquities of Magic Oracle deck, right? And so you saw me go over all of those. Hey, viewer number one, what's going on? Going over all of those, right? And so now I have another one for you, and it is the Archetypes deck, or the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. And there's good reason why I wanted this. So let me just show you what it's going to be looking like. Here we go. This is the deck that I'm talking about. Dun 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 dun. Boop. So there we go. So it's the Archetypes deck, the Wild Unknowns Archetypes deck and guidebook, by Kim Kranz. I've seen her other decks. I haven't got the urge to like see what they're about yet. For me, it's a lot like just, the vibration that bounces off the screen from seeing the images of it, right? But for this one, I saw this one before, and I was just like, whatever about it. Like, okay, cool book. Like, there was no real thing about it for me. If you guys want to check this out on Amazon, the link is in the show notes right now, in the description. But then, so I saw it, whatever, and I was just like bypassing it, whatever, and I was still shopping on looking for new decks, right? And then I actually saw a reader do a pick a card, a YouTube video, and she had these cards in there. They were part of the stack that she did on the pick a card deck, right? Or pick a stack kind of thing, and she does a reading, whatever. And so, but she was using these decks, and she was using them on how to describe the person that they're talking about in the relationship, like who they're dealing with, what kind of person they are, what kind of personality traits do they have, what could they possibly be dealing with, or part of their history and stuff. And I thought that was very interesting, and I feel like it goes into a lot of the reason and why I gotten back into card reading and doing tarot card readings and using oracle cards, and just the way it helps in how it's integral with coaching as well. And one of the things that has been coming up is this psychologist, or his name is Carl Jung. You might have heard of him, but he's one of the psychologists in leading ones that have adapted imagery and archetypes with psychology and understanding the human psychology, and understanding I had it perfectly worded, understanding the human psychology in imagery, right? And so he summed up a lot of archetypes in imagery, not necessarily through this sense of imagery. This is the creator's version of that, but he also has his own deck. He actually created a deck that helps you go into the imagery and psychology of the mind, because the psychology connected to imagery just leads you into many different stories. Like, one image can actually like lead into your mind, could create a whole story into that. So no wonder we are so adapted to wanting to know more about readings, or having a reading, or drawn into what the cards are showing us. Because to us, we might feel like they might be predicting something, but to us, they're showing us something that we already know, in the forms of connecting to our innermost desires, our innermost wants, and also our innermost knowings that might not be in the front of our minds, but are deep in the back of it, that psychology gets to, coaching gets to, asking the right questions gets to. But most importantly, like in this way, like with card reading and tarot card reading, it connects you into something that you already know. That's why it's just like, how did you know that? Right? Not to like dispel the magic of it, because there is a mysticism to it. There is a magic to it. And when I saw this deck and I started to research it a little bit more, I thought it was incredible. And it just led me into thinking, what could I do with it? What could I create with it? how could I connect my clients? How could I connect you guys to a better deck and a better understanding to yourselves, right? And so, especially with the way that I love to read cards and the way that I apply coaching philosophies or coaching techniques or ideas to reading the cards as well, like it just turns into just a whole other like spectrum of what could possibly be said and seen and connected to with this deck of cards. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna unbox it, and so that's kind of like what the author had or the creator had intentions for it. For was like a Carl Jung connection to it, to understanding the archetypes of persona, and then also she has a section of it where it connects to locations. You know what? Let me go turn off that phone over there real quick. It's embarrassing. One sec, guys. And so like so she has a section in the cards that where there's like it's 78 cards, I think. Yeah, 78 cards. That's a lot for a deck. 78. Yeah. I love thick decks. I love thick decks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, girls? You know what I mean about those thick decks? I'm pretty sure you boys out there like them thick decks too, right? So, so it's a pretty thick deck. Anyways, I already opened it. I already consecrated it. I already connected with it. I already, right away, the name just like, I was like, are you sure? And the personality that came with the deck or that's awakened from the deck is actually pretty interesting as well. So I'm going to get into that right now, guys. I'm going to open it up and see how it is. But I just wanted to share with you what the creator, interpret or paraphrase what the creator has said, why she created the deck and her idea connecting to it. A lot of people, like one of my friends, we were talking the other night, and I was telling him how I was trying to open one of the books to one of the new decks so I don't bend or break the spine of the little book. And he's like, just throw the book out. Like, I don't need the book, right? And I'm like, well, for me, usually, like, I don't open them either. I don't need to use the books, right? I don't use the books. I hardly ever grab them. But if it's an author or if it's a deck that I really connected to, I do kind of want to, like give some kind of respects or kind of like just see what the author's intention was for their deck and see so I could be kind of like understanding some of the imagery as well as what my own understanding what imagery and symbology is, right? So yeah, what else are you doing? There's 1, 2 readers. Okay, let's do this. Hey guys, how's it going? Number 1 and 2 readers. One sec. Started to research it a little bit more. I thought oops. Just gotta see. I like to put up another monitor. And there we go. Alright, so that's what we're doing. So she has a place where it talks about locations and areas, right, on the other side of it, where the first section is about archetypes and personalities. And then there's another section where it's all about locations, like the lake, a volcano, the cave, like things like that to symbolize like where is that might be inside of us or actually locations out where you might have met someone or where a situation or event might have actually happened in real life that is connected to memories or connected to why we have that personality trait, which is really fucking really cool. I thought it was really cool because it's just fascinating. I think it's just completely fascinating. And then what else? And then she has a few other cards at the end that actually might connect with like essences and spirits and just not spirits like ooh, but just like spirits or like kind of like allurements towards people. Like, oh, that person has a great light about them. Kind of like why we're pulled to them. She has a few cards that describe that kind of energy, right? So, all right, enough said. Let's get into it. Let's open the box. All right. All right, let's do this. Here we go. So it is a good sized box just for, this is, my hand is a pretty big hand. So just so you know, like that is, you know, the size of the box. Like it stretches like the span of my hand, right? Say hi in the comments, guys. I want to know what you guys are thinking, you looky-loos. All right, anyways. All right, so it's pretty big. This is the span of my hand right there. And it's, you know, stretching from thumb to pinky. The width or whatever, right? All right, so there we go. That's, and then it's gonna open sideways. It already came with some plastic that I already took off of it. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna slide it. There you go. That way, it's one of those boxes that you have to slide out. Like that. There you go. That's about it. And then here you go. And then right here, it has like a little triangle to let you know that that's the flap that it's gonna open up on, right? And then, so here we go. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. All right, so it has a nice little book right here. It's pretty descriptive. She has a nice little story of why she created it, and then she talks about Carl Jung himself and how he connects to the symbology and psychology of the mind on this, and just and then she has a good description on like the cards themselves, right? So that's actually probably the full size of the card right there too, right? Right, and it's good one-page descriptions going in, and I like the font actually. The font is pretty neat. I kind of like written. Okay, cool. Bam. There you go, The Wild Unknown. I know definitely I'm going to read into it because I like understanding psychology themes and psychology thought and just those points when it's associated towards, how it could help me in with my clients and coaching sessions. All right, so this is what it is right there. Right there, and it comes into a nice little ribbon to pull it out. As you can see, that's what those ribbons are for, guys. You ever notice what the ribbons in the boxes are for? It's usually because the deck is tucked in there and the ribbon really helps lift it out for you, right? So there you go. And then right here it says reject none, accept all, or accept all, reject none, right here on the box. All right, let's go into this. And then The Wild Unknown, Archetypes, Kim Crass, and it just says it all the way around. Nice little diamond, and the diamond kind of like diamond in the rough. That's what I was already thinking when I first saw it. It was like diamond in the rough right away, right? It was like diamond in the rough, and that's what, like, how we are, like, right away, Aladdin, diamond in the rough, of what it might be like, what it might look like, how it might ask us to go inside of us and discover what's going on within us, right? So, all right, here we go. And the pearl, the cover, and then here's another little ribbon that is going to help you take it out, right? And there you go. And a little diamond at the bottom of the thing. Push that off to the side. And here you go. This is the deck. And it's all the images on the back of it is that diamond. It's a little pixelated and a little digitized, but it's a matte cardstock, and the cardstock is pretty thick. You could probably like swing it, right? But see, this is the top of the deck. This is one of the last ones, and it's already kind of like Amnia Mundi, which is like kind of like, I would understand like that as an essence or an energy, right? So, but that's just right off the top, but it starts with one right on the bottom. So we're just gonna go over and look and see and have a run through of what they all look like, all right? And so, and yeah, so here we go. Here is Mother. Wait, let me know if you guys can. Let me do this. How am I gonna do this? How? Oh yeah, okay. Because I kind of want to like show it here, show it there, and then drop it down. All right, here we go. So we got Mother. Wait, did I turn the music down? Yes, I did. Okay. Whew, I was like tripping. All right, there we go. Mother. And then we got the Father. and they're circular. That's what I like about them too, is that they're circular. They're trippy, they're nice, they're circular, they're not usual like square cardstock. Wait, am I doing it right? There you go. The internal child. The orphan. The mentor. The poet. The maiden. Nice little center slot. What does that mean? Oops. Oops. Boop. 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 The hunter. The warrior. The queen. Oh, wow, I'm really far behind. The king. The crone. See how these are all like kind of like identities, guys? And how they could resemble something within you, who you might be dealing with, like what kind of like energy they're holding. Who is this? This is the judge. Somebody that's judgy. Oh, I'll be Adam. The shapeshifter. The shaman. The lover. The siren. The animal. The pilgrim. The mystic. Come on. The creator. What is that one? The destroyer. Ooh, the destroyer. That's cool. And like one thing that I want to kind of like bring up too is like notice how they're kind of like in the iris of an eye, like looking into someone's soul. Like the eyes are the windows of the soul. They're kind of like in the iris of an eye. This is just my already like pickup of like noticing that it's in the iris of an eye. Right? Where are we at? I blanked. I blanked. Okay, here we go. You know what? I might need a little bit of coffee. There we go with the... I can't read backwards. The sustainer. I like this. This is the one that got me onto the deck when I saw it in a reading. The healer. Then the clown. The unseen. The shadow. The self. The one. The heart. The cave. Seeing how they're starting to be locations now where things might have happened. or things that are symbolic to us, like having to go in towards a mountain or climb the height of a mountain, go inside, go within. A friend of mine just wrote a nice little quote about the cave, about going inside the cave. All right. What else? I just saw a post that my family just did. All right, here we go, guys. The river. Bam. I feel like I'm calling out loteria things. The river. The ocean. The forest. Ooh. The desert. The bridge. The temple. The dead end. The village. The empty room. The castle. The box. The threshold. The womb. The storm. The underworld. The fault line. The grotto, kind of like energy. The flame. The fear. The riddle. The vow. The vision. The gem. The ring. The nectar. The medallion. The kiss. The mask. The sword. The venom. The offering. The prayer. The seed. The stone. The mirror. The vessel. The thread. Here's one that it starts to kind of like going into like essences, right? Eros. It's like lips with the diamond on the center. Interesting. And then here we go. Agapa, agape. I might have to read about that one. Thanatos, but the web just speaks a lot. And the hands in the sign, they kind of, I just want to say like codependency already. Let's see, apocalypsis. Or that's how you spell apocalypse for us. Gnosis. And Kairos. Aletheia. And finally, the one that we started off with, we have Omnia Mundi. Alright, cool. That's it, guys. So that's the whole That's the whole box, right? That's a lot. That's a lot of cards right there. Look how thick that is. Well, Adam, how would you shuffle these? I have no clue yet. I do not know how I would shuffle these, right? So we're gonna just like see how we might shuffle these. I haven't cut them yet or anything like that. There you go. Let's see. I don't know how I would do these. Okay, let's see. Let's see. That sounds like a good center of the stack right there. That's probably about it. I don't know if I could probably like bend them. No, they're not gonna. No. So they're not shuffleable. You might be a way to get away with them, like. How do you do it? I don't know if I can do it. All right, here we go. You might have to just, kind of like stack it and go like that about it. The way we do. Grab it from the back. Or grab a little chunk in the center. All right, and throw it to the top. I don't know how I would shuffle them either. All right, cool. All right, so that's the deck. And that's about it, guys. That's about how I want to use them. Back into using them, like how I want to use them. Eventually, not eventually, but one of my plans is getting together a spread or a collection of, not just with this, but with another deck on how to go into the person that you're dealing with, how to go and understand yourself, and along with the person that you're in a relationship with. This is going to collaborate a lot with the relationships reading that I have available to help you go into your relationship and see where it's at, how's it working with you and your partner. Not for you to cross watch on your partner, but this is a collaborative reading for you and your partner, right? And so this is one of my ideas that this deck is going to go into, is to helping us understand your archetype and helping you understand your partner's archetype as well. Okay, and then also other readings as well that collaborate or go into understanding yourself and understanding the person in your life, and also just other personal relationships. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it, guys. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. Nothing big, ain't doing any spreads, just doing a nice little unboxing tonight of what this was. And if I'm gonna, let's get its accuracy real quick. If I am going to want to see like what my archetype is, right? What can it probably like tell me about my archetype? Right? So I'm just gonna move them all around, not knowing where it's all at. All the diamonds, darling, diamonds. I love diamonds. Don't watch this if you guys are that far into it. All right, so just uncovering the whole thing with diamonds. There you go. Bam. So, which one would I pick? If this is a collective thing and I was going to choose a gem out of all the gems to discover or see inwardly of who I would be, right? Who I would want it to help me understand a little bit more about myself. Let's see. And I'm going to choose this card right there. Come on. This is it. This is the one that will tell me a little bit about myself. The Shapeshifter. Ooh. Alright, I gotta go check that one out. The Shapeshifter. So it's not only... Ooh. Sorry, you're welcome. So the Shapeshifter, so right away I feel like what this is telling me is very chameleon-like, given by the scales in the background, right? The scales and then the mask and the way it has a little glimmer of a tiger up here, right? So take a look at the pattern, how it's very reptilian, and then take a look about the person wearing a mask already, and then this little sliver of tiger up here and how it's able to camouflage itself. This little eye as well, the shapeshifter. Chameleon scales, camouflage. The shapeshifter being able to turn into anything that it needs to be able to survive. And yeah. Also, here we go. I want to show this also. Like, there's this thing with the ruby right there in the center. A ruby is actually 5 times more valuable than a diamond. And then it's actually in the shape of a teardrop coming out of the mask, right? This is amazing. And I want to connect to that the teardrop is like not being able to really truly be seen as who you are, but as what you need to be able to connect to what might, keep you connected. All right, so that's actually pretty good, Adam. Good one. I like this deck already. All right, guys, that's it. I will see you guys on tomorrow's Coffee with Cards in the morning at 9 o'clock. What's up, Grace Murphy? How's it going? You guys are just getting on. What's up, Nikki Page? How is it going, guys? I was just going over this new deck, calling it it's called the Archetypes deck. Well, actually, no, I'm not done yet. I'm totally not done yet. So, so the Archetype decks is by Kim Kress, and so what my intention is to use it for those reasons, right? To help you go inward, to help you understand a little bit more about yourself and your connection to who you are. And one of the things that I was connecting with it when I opened the box, I was like, I was trying to be like, well, what do you want to be called? Like, what's the energy that you're bringing out? And the energy that it started to bring out was like very calm, very objective, very like non-judgmental, very just like studious, right? Like, kind of like, but also very able to amplify or get a good aptitude of what it's assessing, right? Almost like a psychologist, sort of say. And I'm like, so what's your name? Like, what kind of name would you want? And I'm looking at the name. I'm like, and then right away it just like hit me. It was just like Archie, and it was like if the person had a face, like it was a stout, not a stout, but a very like studious, statuesque like posture and chiseled looking face, and it kind of just like gave a little smirk when I said Archie, like that, and I'm like, okay, we could go with Archie, and that's it. So here we are. We have Archie right here. Archie is going to be telling us a lot about our personalities and what kind of way we're dealing with ourselves, and kind of like a little bit of who we are, a little bit of how we could identify with what's going on with the cards when the cards help us identify us. All right, so that's it, guys. I'll see you guys on the next unboxing or on Coffee with Cards tomorrow. Also, remember, guys, Friday is the picking of the hat. Names of the hat for the free readings, for the subscriber reading raffle thingamajigger. And yeah. Yeah, I like that. Grace Murphy, how are you tonight? Yeah, so back up, Grace Murphy, and you can see what these deck was about. I did a run through of each card, so you can see like the imagery on them, right? Kind of like see a little bit of what they are and what they look like. And yeah, guys, that's about it. It's 9:30. I think that's it. I was gonna do some readings, but I think I'm gonna be it for tonight, and I'm gonna just leave it up to Coffee with Cards tomorrow. Okay. And just so you guys can see a little bit more. There you go. Kind of quick idea of what they look like if you're just jumping in, because they just didn't want to leave you having to like, nah, I have to go back and watch it all. Right? But there you go, guys. That's it right there. And You guys will be seeing a lot more of Archie along with probably SOS and MO and the other collection of what I'm growing and kind of like the other characters that are coming out on Eye of the Oracle. All right, cool. I'm going to watch. Thanks, Adam. You're welcome, guys. All right, so that's it. I'll see you guys on the next episode of all of this stuff. Like I tried to outro myself like 3 times already, but I see my friends on and I want to say hi. So, alright guys, you guys have a good one. I will see you guys in the video. Remember guys, like, if you guys are passionate about something, fucking follow your passion, man. Don't let anybody fucking judge your shit, right? Don't let anybody judge you on why you're passionate about it or how you're trying to connect it with stuff that you're utterly passionate about. It's on you, dude, and other people will resonate with your passion. So, appreciate the passion that you have for the things that you love. Because when you appreciate it, it appreciates. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.